Hello once again, gamers. Welcome to Cruznik's Purgatory. I'm your host, Cruznik X, and tonight we are going to be healing up a storm because we are going to be doing the 60 through 70 quest for Path of the White Mage for Stormblood. Now, at the time of this recording, I'm already level 70 on White Mage, which took me a good few days to get through, but I got through it nonetheless. And I think I did alright, all things considered. But with that being said, we're gonna stroll on up here, hop this, and get right down to it with the level 60 White Mage quest, Unease in East End.
I thought you might come, Chris of the White. You sensed it, yes? The agitation of the elementals? I suggest you present yourself to Brother E-Sumi-Yan at Stillglade Fane. He will no doubt welcome your assistance in identifying the origin of this disturbance.
Alright. Off to Gridania. We haven't talked to E-Sumi-Yan in a while. Sorry, I'm excited because at the time of this recording, they've already announced a new expansion and everything, and I'm kind of excited and whatnot. Alright, we're off to the Conjurers Guild. Ethernet. How long has it been since we've been able to walk into Stillglade Fane? So long. Been years. Anyways, there's Brother E-Sumi-Yan. Chris, how fortuitous. Ah, Sister Raya Osena directed you to the guild. Glad I am that she did. As I am sure you have felt yourself, the elementals are in an uproar, and whilst I would soon depart on my investigation, the forced disquiet appears to stem from lands that cannot be approached in blind haste. I speak of East End, at the very edge of the Twelveswood. Long has this border betwixt Girabania and our nation been held by the forces of the Garlean Empire. The Alliance did recently take control of Baelsar's Wall, and thus commands the fortifications in East End, but the stability of the region is yet tenuous at best. 'Twould be a far more certain venture were I to have you at my side. Are you willing to make the journey? Of course I am. Then we need delay no longer. Let us make our preparations and begin our trek from Camp 9 Ivies. Camp 9 Ivies? Make me have to guess. Look at a map. Not the best mount to ride as a white mage, but I'm a white mage who defies conventions, so... Alright. Ah, there he is. Thank you again for coming, Chris. I arrived some moments earlier and bent my ear to the forest's whispering. Although here it might be better described as a keening, there is no doubt that we are nearer to the source. And I am also certain that we are not alone. Come out! You cannot hide your presence from me. Oh my god, it's Sylphie! Oh, Sylphie.
I should have known you would sense me.
Your early failures to attend lessons gave me ample practice at finding those who did not wish to be found. Now, am I to assume that you two have been brought here by the plight of the elementals?
Yes, Guildmaster. I'm sorry for leaving without permission, but I just had to know what was causing all this commotion.
You will return to Stillglade Fane and leave this investigation to Chris and me. Such is the danger inherent in this task that even I felt compelled to request assistance.
Please, Guildmaster, let me help! Never have I heard the voices of the elementals so clearly before. They want to tell me something, I just know it.
And it is that very something that I, as Guildmaster, am charged to discover. You, as an acolyte, are neglecting your duties back at the guild.
But how can I ignore their pleas? I feel their unease like chains tightening around my chest. Isn't it my duty as a conjurer to protect the forest?
Their unease. You truly sense this emotion from the river of their susurrations. And you truly wish to return the forest to tranquility.
I swear by the matron herself. I only want to put into practice the lessons you have taught me.
A noble purpose. But if I were to permit this, you must promise to weigh the consequences of your actions before you commit to them. I will not see a repeat of previous incidents.
Then, I can come? I promise I'll be careful, and I'll be sure to ask for Chris's help the moment I need it.
Huh? See that you do. Now, it is past time we brave the borderlands of Girabania. We can travel as far as Amaraiso's Spire. Then a serpent officer will guide us through the ruins of the castrum through there. So, basically I get to babysit? You know what? Seeing as how I do not want to waste Gil, I will just take the trek to Amaraiso's. I cannot. Here we are. The closer we are to East End, the more certain I am we are moving in the right direction.
The precise location of the disturbance yet eludes me, however.
Even from the elementals themselves, I sense only confusion. I fear there is naught for it but to conduct a more conventional search. I will head southeast. Sylphie, see what might be found directly south. Southwest is yours, Chris. No, you know what? We need to fly on this one. What better way to do it than in style? You really want to go, huh? Okay, let's go. too strong for me now, am I? Now then. Wait, did I just see my... That was odd. What are you doing? Come here this instant! What the hell? Chris, what befalls? I felt a surge of panic coming from this direction.
Whatever it was, I feel nothing now. Did you see anything?
Yeah, some weird kid who looked almost like you. A child. Out here. By your description, the mother may be a hunter, but I am curious as to her choice of hunting ground.
Could it be that fear which has the elemental so upset? In any case, it seems the answer to that has run off into the brush.
Let us return to Castrum Oriens for the present, and learn more of East End's inhabitants. Coming down. Hello. This gentleman is an officer stationed at the castrum. Mayhap he will know more of the mother and the child you spotted. And you believe these folk were living in the forest? I was under the impression that the East End settlement was empty. We suspect a connection to whatever is disturbing the harmony of the Twelveswood. Might you spare us some few soldiers to investigate the possibility? Ordinarily, I would be overjoyed to aid in your investigation, but I fear our duties on the border demand our full attention. My most sincere apologies, Master Paljal. How inconvenient. This matter is far from resolved, yet I have already been overlong in returning to Stillglade Fane.
Let me handle it, Guildmaster.
You would have me entrust this task to an acolyte? You have matured much in the art, it is true, but I can hardly...
The elementals are suffering. Someone has to help them. And I'm sure Chris could lend a hand, if I needed it.
What say you, Chris? I had only intended to involve you in this initial foray, but might I ask that you see the matter through to its conclusion? My thanks. I foresee hardships ahead, but also an opportunity for new discoveries. Pray, look in on Sophie's progress even as you continue your own studies. As for you, Sophie, I expect you to make regular reports on your findings. May the matron watch over you both. And with that, the next White Mage quest will be available from Sophie upon reaching level 63. The requirements are undertaken, blah blah blah, yeah, you know the rest. Anyways, before we sign off for this episode, let's take a look at the skills we learned for White Mage. First and foremost, we look at the job listings. First and foremost, we learned Tetragrammaton in the last episode of Path of the White Mage. At 62, we learned Thin Air, which reduces our MP cost of all spells by 100% by 12 seconds. At level 64, we learned Stone 4, which is part of the Stone Mastery roll, and I do not need Cleric Stance. Why did that come up? Yeah. At level 66, we learned Divine Benison, which creates a barrier around the self or target party member that absorbs damage, totaling 15% of the target's maximum HP, my bad. At level 68, we learn the Secret of the Lily 2 trait, which grants a 20% chance that Asylum or Assize recast time will be reduced by 5 seconds upon healing critical HP with Cure or Cure 2. And finally, when we finish this questline, we will learn the spell Plenary Indulgence. But all that will be discovered in the next few episodes. With that being said, that's going to be it for this episode of Cruise Next Purgatory. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you all enjoyed the show. As always, if you're watching this on Twitch or live at PlayStation and you like this show, click the follow button and be sure to turn on notifications. Also, subscribe to me to gain more access to Cruise Next Purgatory. If you're watching this on YouTube and you like this video, click the like button below and leave a comment. Subscribe to my channel by clicking here. Click here to watch more by me. Click here to watch the next episode of Path of the White Mage, and click here to watch the original Heavensward ending. Until next time, Cruiser Gex, signing out.